please welcome to the stage CEO at The Wide Company, Matt Sousa.
Hey everyone, I'm so happy to be here today. A lot of people, so I'm a bit nervous, but I'll make it. All right, so today we're gonna see how to grow a successful Shopify app. So first of all, who am I? My name is Matt Sousa. I'm 25 years old, and I started to build Shopify apps 5 years ago in 2017. The thing is, when I started, the community wasn't as big as that, and we didn't have lots of documentation to create a Shopify app. So I created my first Shopify app, and I failed. I wasn't able to get users. I wasn't even making money and everything. So I tried again. I created a second app 1 year later, and it didn't work. Then I created a third one, and it didn't work. So to be honest, I wanted to quit. And so for a few time, I just started to create something else outside the Shopify community. And then what happens is that in 2020, as I was studying engineering, in Paris, and I had to do an internship, the final internship before starting a job in a company and something like that. But I didn't want to. So what I did instead is that I checked with my school if instead of doing the internship, I could just build a company, create a company, build Shopify apps. And they accepted. So I created White Bundle in May 2020, and it grew so fast. I think the 3 first apps that I had created helped me create a successful Shopify app. Today, I have 2 Shopify apps with 2,600 users. It's paying users. We have more free users, but it's paying users. And yeah, I have my Twitter right here, because today, what I want to do is I just want to be the guy I wanted to meet when I started. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you can follow me here, and I share all my processes, how I created the apps, how are the people that are working for me, and how you can do the same. So just for me to know, can you raise your hand just if you already knew me from Twitter? Okay. Oh, good. Okay, thank you. All right. So the first thing I want to say is that a Shopify app is not classic SaaS. So I will talk more about it. But the thing is, there are things that you can do and things that you can do. And there are tools that you can use and tools that you can't. What I mean by that is that you are creating an app in an ecosystem, like the Shopify ecosystem, which is amazing, by the way. And the problem is that since you are creating something inside an ecosystem, you're not building your app like you would build another classic SaaS. For example, you're not using Stripe, right? When you have a Shopify app, you need to use the Shopify billing system, you're not using Stripe. And the problem with that is that many tools built by other entrepreneurs are built for Stripe, for example. And since you're not using it, you can't use these tools. And because of that, you have to do things differently. But no matter what happens, I want you to think about that. The Shopify App Store will be your best friend. All right, so can you just raise your hand if you already built a Shopify app? Even if it's public, private? Okay, cool, amazing. All right, so today I'm gonna share with you 6 secrets, 6 points, I don't know how you want to call it, but 6 things you absolutely have to do if you want to grow a successful Shopify app. So let's start with the first one. The first one is the reviews are very important on the Shopify App Store. Reviews is number 1. So the App Store ranking, when you're on the App Store and you want to rank your app, you want to have a good ranking and everything, you need to build your app around the reviews. There are many other things that you have to do, but I'll start with the review first. Okay, so to get a lot of reviews, the best way, and this is the best way that many people saw when they started on the Shopify App Store, is to provide great customer support. When I mean great customer support, I mean that you need to reply fast to your users. You need to offer custom support. So what I mean by custom support is, for example, if they're asking you for something that you don't have on your app right now, or that you don't want to do, but that you can do in less than 2 minutes or 3 minutes, then do it. Because the more custom you have, the more custom your support is, and the more reviews you will get. So try to be in your user's business. Try to understand them. Try to fix their problems. Try to do it as fast as possible. And there is something that you don't have to forget, is that you need to ask for reviews. But don't ask for 5-star reviews. Otherwise, you're in Shopify, you'll get your app removed fast. So please, ask for reviews, but not positive one. So what I mean by ask for reviews is that I remember someone told me that he was providing excellent support. He was helping a lot of people. He had many users. And the problem is that he didn't have a lot of reviews. And he asked me, how do you get so much reviews, so many reviews? And I asked him, do you ask for reviews? Do you ask your user to leave a review on the App Store? And he told me that he didn't do it, that he didn't want to bother the users, that he didn't want to ask them that they didn't he didn't know if they would accept it. And I want to say something if you are helping the people, if you are helping the users, they will want to help you back. And the best way for them to help you is by leaving excellent reviews on the Shopify App Store. And the thing is, the more reviews you will have, and the better your ranking will be on the Shopify App Store. And there is something more important than the number of reviews that you have on the App Store. It's how fast you can get your reviews. Let's take an example. You have an app that is 2 years old with 100 reviews. But they received the 100 reviews over the year, over the 2 years or something like that. And you have another app that has only 50 reviews, but they received the 50 reviews in the last month, in the last 30 days. They will have a better ranking than the first app. Not because they have more reviews, but because they received the reviews faster. And the thing is, I remember someone who told me that he already had many users because he already had an app, not the Shopify one, but he already had an app. And he created the Shopify app, and he started to put all his users on this Shopify app. And he told me, I'm asking for reviews, but only one review per week, so that I can get many reviews over time. And I told him, why are you doing that? You're just killing your ranking here. Just try to get as many reviews as you can, as possible, as fast as possible, and you will start to get a better ranking. This is how I did it for my app. I didn't give the name of my app. If you want to check it, it's White Bundle. So for White Bundle, this is exactly how I did it. The thing is, I'm French. I know some French communities, so I've been able to get early users. And with these early users, I've been able to get many reviews, and thanks to that, I've been able to reach the first page for the keyword bundle, for the best keywords, because I had many reviews. The second point that I want to see with you, the second secret, is that you don't have to use only the store. Sometimes people told me that they want to build a Shopify app, that they will just leave it on the Shopify App Store, that it will grow, and that they will do nothing. But it's a mistake. Okay, you can grow a business, you can grow your Shopify app only with the App Store, but I don't recommend it. Because even if it's not a classic SaaS, it's still a SaaS. You have many ways to build your business, your Shopify app. You have many ways. Some of the channels that work great for White Bundle and for the other apps are the app partnerships. So you go find other apps that your users are currently using, and you make partnerships. Integration, so your app can integrate with another app. And then you can do co-marketing activities so that more users will see your app. And the more partnership that you will have, the more trust you will get from merchants. The second one is a blog. I think I don't have to explain why a blog is important. SEO, you can build a reputation on Google. You can have many users coming from Google, and so that's super important. The next thing is social media. this is the same thing. Like try to post Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can have a YouTube channel. I met people who grew a Shopify app only with YouTube. Like he grew a YouTube in a specific niche, a YouTube channel, and he started to grow his app that way. You can do ads, and you can do influence marketing. Influence marketing is something that we've done, and it's working very well. So you contact influencers, people who already have a community of merchants, can be Twitter influencers, Instagram influencers, people with a blog, with a newsletter. Just contact as many people as you can, because the more influencers you have, and the more traffic you will get to the App Store. The third thing, that I want to say is you need to have a good app listing. If you don't know, on the Shopify App Store, you can build a listing for your app, so that when people want to find an app or want to find something, they will see your listing, and this is the first thing they will see. So if you want to get a lot of traffic and a lot of installation, you will need to have a good app listing. The first thing that I see, the problem I see often, is that people are not talking about benefits, but they are talking about features. You want to talk about benefits, because when a merchant is coming to your app listing, they don't want to see that you have X feature, or that you can do that, or that you can do this. They want to see what your app can do for them, for their problem. What are the benefits? So when you're talking about a feature, so for example, my app can do, my app can put picture on your website. Don't just put that. My app can put some images, some pictures on your website to increase your conversions. Because they want to see what your app can do for their business. They don't want to see what your app does. It doesn't matter for them. Show a preview of your app. I see too many apps on the App Store without even an image, without even screenshots, or screenshots where we don't see the app. Try to show a preview of your app, because they want to see how your app will look like on their store. So even show a demo store. You can add a button with a demo store. Show a demo store with your app. Show them how they will be able to use your app, how it will look like on the store. And then the next thing I want to say is add Google Analytics. This is something amazing. On the App Store, you can add Google Analytics, and you can see what people typed to find your app. What is your conversion rate? How many people clicked on the button get the app? So please, add Google Analytics, because without data, you don't know what you have to improve. If you add Google Analytics, you will see, for example, that 20% of the people who clicked on your app listing will actually convert. So if you want to improve that, if you want to improve your listing, how would you know if we improved it if you don't have Google Analytics? Maybe you will change something and it will you will have a lower conversion rate. So add Google Analytics. The fourth point, I don't know how to say that in English. Track your data. So I talked about that just before. The thing is, we can't use tools like Stripe, as I said. And many data tools are built on top of that. So if you want to understand what is happening on your Shopify app, use tools like Mixpanel or Unpledged to track your own events. This is what we do for our apps. It means that, for example, when someone is installing the app, we will receive an event, this person installed the app. When they will click on a button on our dashboard, when they will use a feature, we will receive everything. We will even receive an event when they will start the trial, when they will convert to paying users. And that way, you can make better decisions for your business. Because if you want to change something, and it doesn't improve your app, why would you want to do it, right? So use it for all your decisions. The fifth point that I want to talk about is the onboarding optimization. Merchants are busy. Many apps exist on the Shopify App Store, sometimes 15 apps for the same thing. So why would I choose your app? You have to show them that your app is the app that they have to use. So for that, you need to improve the first minute that they will spend on your app. This is so important. It means that you need to show an onboarding, perfect onboarding, and some apps are doing an amazing job. So just install some apps, see how others are doing the onboarding, and try to do it yourself. And the goal is to take them to the AA moment as fast as possible. Raise your hand if you know what is the AA moment. Okay, so I'll talk about the AA moment. The AA moment is the exact moment the merchants will see the value in your app, so that they will see exactly that the app is for them. And the problem is, if the AA moment is coming like at 10 or 15 minutes after they install the app, the problem is that they will maybe uninstall the app because they didn't see the value in it. So try to understand what is the AA moment for your app. What is the exact moment they see the value in it? And take them to this moment as fast as possible. You can track it. Once you know what it is, you can track it, and you can improve it over time. And finally, the sixth point is have fun. This is the best thing, and I like that, because you can grow if you don't like what you do. So please, just have fun, go with a partner, go with someone, chill, and do it, and you'll make it. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any question, I'm here.
Hi, yeah, thanks very much for the talk. That was amazing. Quick question on the reviews. You mentioned it's good to get them as quickly as possible, but there's obviously a new Shopify feature where you can see how quickly a merchant left a review after installing your app. Do you not think it looks bad if they've done it after an hour and haven't really used the tool?
Yeah, I mean, when I say get reviews as quick as possible, I'm not saying the moment they install the app, you have to ask them for a review. I mean that, for example, if they've been using your app for 2 days or 3 days, you don't have to wait to say, oh, I will wait for them to use the app for a month and then I will see, or I don't want to bother them or something like that. Or if I'm taking the example of the person who already had a lot of users on the app and he said, no, I will wait, I will first ask the first person to leave a review, then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one. No, you need to get as much review as possible, but it doesn't mean that the moment the user install the app that you have to ask for a review. Of course, they have to see the value in your app, they have to use it, they have to see that it brings value to the store and that they can use it.
Thank you.
Another question? Yeah.
Great talk, by the way. A lot of energy, good insights. You probably have a product roadmap, right, in your mind. How are you prioritizing the next feature? Are you talking to your users? Are you getting feedback? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, this is an interesting question. So yeah, we are talking to our users. This is the best thing to trying to find new features. And I always say that you don't have to come with features yourself. You are not choosing your tool. If you're a merchant, you are, but you're not choosing your tool. So the merchants know better what they want. So what I do for that is I use customer support, and I try to understand what are the pain and what are people asking for. So if I see, for example, 10 people, and I usually see that, 10 people asking for the same feature, then I know that this is probably the feature I better build as fast as possible. So this is how we do it. But I don't prioritize the same way for all users, for example. If you have free users and you have paying users, and many free users are asking for a feature, but the paying users are not, this is probably not a good feature because you want paying users. Obviously, you're building a business. But yeah, this is about talking to customers, to the user, trying to understand what they want. And when they ask something, don't say, okay, I'll build it. Just try to understand deeper why they want it, what is exactly that they want. And sometimes you will find that they don't really want what they ask for. They have a problem, but you find another solution that is better, that you can use and that you can build, and it will be better for them. But that's the way to do it.
Thanks, Matt. It was a great talk. Thanks for putting up your age as well. It reminded me to the clock is ticking. So, but what I wanted to ask you was, I work for an agency, and we recommend a lot of apps to our customers. But we get the email from the app developer then saying, thanks for installing the app. This is usually after a support query, so we would be asking a question on behalf of the merchant. And then when the problem is fixed, we get asked to leave the review.
Yes.
And it's usually us that's actually using the app. So all we can do is forward that request on to the merchant. But to be honest, we tend not to do that all of the time because they're busy. And so we find ourselves in the middle. I don't understand why Shopify don't let agencies leave reviews on apps. You have to be the store owner. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, that's sometimes a problem that we're facing. And for the moment, there is nothing we can do, honestly. And yeah, maybe Shopify in the future will change something about it. But yeah, that's why, you need to ask, we need to ask as many reviews as we can, because sometimes we're not getting them for many problems. Like sometimes we see merchants with a message saying that they can't leave the review. Sometimes it's because it's not the owner of the store. And so, yeah, there is nothing we can do about it right now. And it's a bit, frustrating, but we have to do it that way. Another question? Yeah, right here.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Great talk.
Thank
And
you.
we are connected from a long time on Twitter, and we follow you on Twitter. So you already share lots of things there. So my question is that, when someone uninstalls the app, so there is a problem that we don't know the reason so many times. Most of the time, we don't know the reason. So what do you do to know the reason why someone uninstalled the app?
Okay, yeah. So we are using Klaviyo. We send emails to the merchant, to everyone installing the app. And we have a little form where they can click on buttons to understand the reason they installed the app, they uninstall the app. So we can say, for example, it's too expensive, or I didn't like this feature, or I didn't understand this thing. And so we send that to them, and we're waiting for replies. The problem is that we are not getting that many replies. I don't know if you have the same problem since you have an app. We don't have that many replies, so we're trying to, the best way is to get people before they're uninstalling. So you can see some patterns. They're not coming back to the app, they're not using it, and you try to get them before they uninstall. And that's something I've been asking to Shopify, is if it was possible to change. For example, when you uninstall, the merchant receive a simple form with some information about why you uninstall the app. But this form is created by Shopify, and we can change the answers. We can change the responses. And so we don't have a lot of things that we can do about it. We're trying our best, and we'll see if Shopify improves that in the future.
Thank you. Thank you.
Another question? Someone? All right. Thank you for your attention. Have a great day.